Curves. Glorious curve. That is a very high drop. Warperchal. Z-Waddle. Z-Waddle and Bras. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Satisfactory. So, last time we left off having done the Fixmas holiday event, and the time before that we went on a merry old adventure around the world to see the sights and find some treasures. This time, we're going to continue our adventure building up our massive factory. So we have some computers being made up here, and we have some heavy modular frames being made here, and I'm slowly doing a little bit more upgrading to the home base. I won't go through this on screen, this is going to be happening in the background. All I'm really doing is I'm replacing the machines I had in each building. I'm going to do the vertical layout that I've grown quite fond of and expand production. I have 42 foundries here making iron ingots, which should total to about 1,800, 1,900 iron ingots. And I'm going to expand all of the basic production that I had in these buildings in the same manner. So nothing really new, just more of it. And eventually, we'll end up with more project parts that we can filter into the Phase 3 parts. So what I would like to do by the end of this episode is build a train line between the heavy modular frames and the computers, and maybe a new location where we are putting those together for the project parts. Which I don't really know where to put that, if I'm honest. I'm sure a organic location will present itself as I'm building the train line, at least hopefully. I have been doing some hard drives in the meantime. Ow. Scan complete. So we've got 4 so far. Steamed copper sheets and fused quickwire. Well, the quickwire we have a lot of. We don't need an alternate recipe for that for the time being. We also have a lot of copper sheets that we're not using. So I don't know how useful either one of these will be. I'll leave that for the time being. Adhered iron plate. Rubber and iron plate. Or iron pipe. I can use iron to make pipe. I don't have to make steel. I don't think that's better. I think it's easier. I'm also unsure about these. The adhered iron plate sounds interesting. What we got here? Coated iron plates and coke steel. Takes petroleum coke. So I'll show this on screen, but 1 crude oil vein of 600, which is a pure vein, would produce 400 rubber and 400 heavy oil residue. 400 heavy oil residue can produce 1,200 petroleum coke, which can produce 1,000... Am I reading that right? 1,600 steel ingots from 1 oil well. I mean, I'd need 1,200 iron ore, but that is a lot of steel. So if I get this, I'm definitely taking that. Alternate charcoal. Oh. So I could produce a lot of steel, then I could use iron plates and make reinforced plates this way with the rubber. If I don't need the rubber for anything else. I'm getting that one as well. This, I think I might want to rescan this one. Inventory slots is useful, but I still would rather the alternate recipes, and I'm not going to use wood. So... Hello. Fused quartz crystal. Interesting. I don't know about those yet either. Okay, so I need to think about some oil for the steel. Also... Look what I've learnt. Curves. Glorious curves. I'll run through it very quickly, but chances are you might already know before me. But just in case. So here is a foundation. One foundation. So in the Fix-It coupon shop, there are these catwalks. If I grab this one here, catwalk intersection, go to the edge of the foundation, and build that. And then you can connect it to that. Now it still doesn't do it much, but here where it says snapping, click that on, and suddenly you can twist it. So if you twist it once, ping, then build another one, ping, then twist it once, ping, then build another one, ping, then twist it once, ping, and build another one, ping. And the reason we build two is because it's the length of a foundation, so we can put foundations in. That's wrong. Try that again. Ping. We can delete these. Haha! Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? Haha! But yes, that's how you do carve. I suppose you could also do it like this, and only do the one. And then you could do... Let's see, half foundation. Then delete that. Haha! Obviously the clipping and the Z fighting is something you have to deal with. Bloop. That looks better. Haha! One curve. So yes, train time. I'm going to build a big old train line between one location and the next. Exciting stuff. At least for me. So railways. Ooh, hang on. This takes steel stuff, doesn't it? I'm going to need to put some dimensional depots on the steel product that we're making. And what else do we need? Do we need anything expensive? Motors? Motors aren't that much of a problem at the moment. I shall go put dimensional depots on the steel products and then return. Another hard drive has been scanned. Cast steel plate, fine black powder. Oh, wait, that takes less sulfur. I think I want this one. I'm sure that decision won't bite me in the ass later on. Whee! Cowabunga. Right. So what I would like to do is I would like to replace a lot of this. This is going to hurt my inventory, isn't it? I don't know if it's intentional or not. Maybe it's to save on assets. But, this crate that was just there had a bunch of steel beams in it. And my inventory is now full. the rest of the steel beams are supposed to be put into a box on the floor as a dismantled crate. That does happen. However, the crates tend to be put wherever. Usually into a box somewhere in the world that already exists. There is a dismantled crate all the way over here, which is the coal we're pulling for the power tower. I guarantee you the steel beams that were in the crate are now in that box. Because it didn't make a new crate here. That's been happening. Because when I've been rebuilding the home base and upgrading it, one of the crates ended up over here. So, that's a thing. Which way does it need to go? This way. Then belt that into there. Huzzah! A dimensional depot. We now have pipes going into the depot. And there. Haha! Hard drive complete. Iron wire. Rigger motor. Iron wire, I don't think so. Rigger motor. It takes crystal oscillators. That sounds expensive. It's also done in a manufacturer. That sounds really expensive. Motor. So normally for a motor it's 25 rotors a minute, 25 stators a minute to make 12.5 motors a minute. The rigger motor. That's actually really cheap on the rotors and stators, isn't it? Oh, that is really expensive though. Crystal oscillators. I'll get it just because it's very interesting. So, train tracks. I think I'm going to need the blueprint designer for this one. Now, I'm not going to do anything too fancy here. Mainly because I'm still fairly novice at building. And I don't want to build anything that takes too many resources. What I think I just want is I want 2 tracks raised up a little bit and not floating, because I hate floating platforms. And there we go. Nothing too fancy, just a quick and easy train thing. Train thing. So here is our little valley. Let us place the blueprint. Which way straight? That way? Yeah, why has it got to snap like that? Can't I snap it less? Is it like a smooth rotation option? Yeah. It's fine, we'll make do. Right there. Our first set of tracks. Now how do we connect it easily? I'm guessing I just place another one and then build more tracks between them, right? Build mode auto connect. Hello? What was that? Oh. Oh my. So it does auto-connect, but not very far? I need a blueprint with just track. That's what I need. Blueprints. Track thing 2. Connect. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on. I just saw the thing. Auto connect. Placed. Oh. Oh my god. Overlapping clearance maker. Rail track is too long. Rail track is too long. Ah. Clipping's fine. I know there's a building there. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is incredible. Blueprints for the win. So if I take it... I take it up past the Satisfactory. What even raises and lows in with it? Ah, that's wonderful. Ran out of fuel. I'm completely out of fuel, that's amazing. So this track needs to... Wah! This track needs to go that way. Oh my god, look at that. He's just built it. It's just outright built it. What is happening over here? That didn't connect correctly, did it? I guess there's still a bit of a learning curve to it. Locomotive. In you go. I'm now in the train. Oh, you have no power. That's right. You take power. So I need to... What if I just connect you like that? You're now connected to the train. That works. Whee! Oh, I built two there. That explains why there's weird issues. Whee! That's a tight turn. It really is. I'm having so much fun, you have no idea. Oh. Okay. Now, there's no track here. What's going to happen? Oh. It actually does like a roller coaster tycoon dragging off the track. Okay. What's this about? Press X to re-rail. Oh, handy. What I'm going to do now is tidy it up, maybe relay it, and I'm going to take a line between here, and I'm going to take one all the way up past this chasm, up along the coastline, and towards the computers. Yeah! Nope, I'm out of fuel. Cool. I'll see you in a moment. Ta-da! One rail line. I've also got rid of the modular frame factory that was here. So now we have a clear run. At the moment it just goes down to there. And it goes all the way up to the power tower where the computers are. Up over here. So the next point we need to put... I think we need to put a freight car in, right? Transport. Freight car. I just build it? Oh. That should just work, right? Yay! One freight car. Next, we need to... What do we need to do? We need to build a train station at the computers. So to the computers we go. Does go through a few things currently, but that's okay. The plan is, as infrastructure improves, I will slowly upgrade the rails in the buildings. So things being in the way at the moment isn't too concerning, because I know I'll be moving it quickly in the future. There's a floaty thing there. There's a hard drive. Brake, 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 brake. Thank you, I'm in the train. Hello? Are there bugs? Are there rhinos and hogs? Are there spitters? Are there spiders? Are there something new? That is a very high drop. What have we got here? Screws, concrete, reinforced plate, rotors. Yeah. just takes 1 frame. That's cheap. I will yoink it. Thank you very much. I guess I'll start deleting this stuff so I know I've got it. Where's my train? Hello? Train? Oh, there it is. Render distance. That makes sense. Even got it nice and straight. Ooh. Brake, 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 brake. Okay. So... now we need to know how to build a train station. How big is the train station, first off? How big is a freight platform? It is 2 tiles by 4 tiles. I'm so happy that it's exactly like the size of a tile. That pleases me. Must be placed in line with another train platform. Oh, I need a train platform as well. Okay, so it's going to go in this way. And we'll have it connect to here, I guess. Train station. And then freight platform. Warpertal. I kind of want to change the name of the stations, but at the same time, it's quite amusing what the names are. Right. So we'll take this and we'll connect the rail to here. Then we want to connect the rail over this side. To the rail over here. But it is long. It is a long rail. I suppose I can... if I hold it towards where I want it to go. Which is connect to here. Can I build it? I can't just build it up to the point where I can build it. Like, I would have been happy with that. Like, if I click build there, and it build up to there, and then I can continue building, that... Fair enough. So... we take it to about here. And bring this one up to here. Right? That should be good. Yes. Bum 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 ba. Brake, 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 brake. Brake, 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 brake. Oh, I can change the direction right there. That's amazing. Can we go? There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I need to learn how to brake efficiently. Okay, press A to dock. Docking. I will leave that to do that. Right. So... I need to interact with configure freight train. We need to load... we need to load computers. There go the computers. Ah, loading. Loading. Do I need to create a path like I did with the trucks? Or can I just set it to go to a station to pick up automatically? I guess we'll decipher that once we get the other station going. Interact with freedom. Ah! Cool. So that's all going, right? Yes. Whee! I have some computers. I'm going to stop here. There we go. So we've brought computers over to here. So we need, what do we need to do? We need to build the adaptive control units. So I can either make 2 trains, one for the circuit boards, one for the computers, and bring both of those back here to build the control units, or build a train for the automatic wiring and a train for the heavy modular frames, take them to the computers and the circuit boards and build the control units over there. If I did that, I would have to move the control units from over there to the space elevator. I think purely because I would need to move the control units after I've made them, I should move the computers and the circuit boards here. That seems marginally saner. I need to build a train station somewhere to build the control units. Trouble is, I don't really want to destroy the scenery. Which is a weird thing to say in a factory game. Like, I don't want to destroy the trees, because I quite like the trees being around. So I'm trying my best to build around the trees, so I have some sort of greenery. What if? Okay, so what if I put the train line continuing down here, going into the pits to hell, and then what I'll do is I will take a train line ramping up and put some train stations here. I'm missing a wire. Of all the things to miss, I'm missing a wire. Do you like how big the home base is growing? I'll go through it in the end, I promise. There's a lot of constructors over there, isn't there? Ooh, stations. Z-Waddle. Z-Waddle and Brass. Overlapping. Ah. Can I give that much room? Oh, her house has changed to Venray. You can go there. Cool. Let's go get our train. Make sure we're parked correctly. Okay. Lock. Do we have... Do we have? We have computers! Okay. Cool. So Z-Waddle and whatever the other place was. What was the other place called? Open train menu. This one. Edit timetable. Wuppertal, that was it. So we need to go to Wuppertal. And we need to go to Z-Waddle. So one load, unload has been completed. Or wait 15 seconds. Save. Z-Waddle, one unload, load has been completed. Wait 15 seconds. Save. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. So it should now go off and collect some computers and be back in a minute. Hopefully. Can I modify the train name? I probably have to be in the train to do that, don't I? This looks ugly as sin, doesn't it? Hello. How you doing? You have a bunch of computers for me? Oh my god, you do. This is so cool. I love trains. Ha. That's so satisfying. Then you're going to bugger off to get more computers. Amazing. Now it does occur to me that I'm going to have 2 trains on this line. So I may need to think about signaling, which I haven't unlocked yet. Borders, pipe, sheet. Launch the pod. The last one.
Milestone reached. Last one. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement. Block signals, yep. Hearth signal. Right, okay. I have dabbled in model railways in my time, so I somewhat understand the signaling. But like most things, I am simply a novice. Before I go off screen again to fill in the blanks for the circuit board train, I'm going to go on a bit of a distraction for a few minutes. I need to refuel the tractors and in the future any trucks we use to transport items between truck stations. To do that, I've started to produce packaged turbo fuel at the oil ocean. I have yet to create a line between that production and into the truck stations to refuel the trucks. At the moment, I only have a few truck stations, so putting fuel into that shouldn't be too hard. However, I may have more truck stations in the future. Not I may have, I will have. So putting fuel into many different truck stations seems like a logistical nightmare. But thinking about it, I don't really need to put fuel into every single truck station. So here is our very shoddy steel truck station setup. And as I will demonstrate right now, you don't actually need to dock to refuel. If I put 31 in there. So in this car, we currently have 33. Down here, I pass underneath it. It'll automatically refill, and very quickly. So since we don't need to dock, I don't need to put fuel into every single truck station, just 1 or 2 dedicated truck stops to refuel. Therefore, this is my plan. If I get to it, over here, this one, yes. I'm going to take fuel to just these. Fuel station. I can put these on routes where the trucks and tractors go. The trucks and tractors, I can divert their route to pass underneath here, and they will just refuel and continue on their way. Was that well explained? I feel like I went in circles a lot there. While I'm in the home base, there is something I'd like to look at. Radar technology. Apparently this is useful. Yeah.
Radar tower
Where
unlocked.
would it be?
The tower reveals resource nodes and other useful information on the map in a set radius from its location.
What? Oop. Ah. Need to power it. Okay. Do I do something? Configure. What? There are 5 master spheres and 3... Oh my god. Not only does it show where the ore is, it shows which ones I've put a thing on. This is exactly what I wanted. Thank you for the helpful tip. That's much appreciated. Bling.
Priority merger unlocked. Useful for prioritizing between inputs to avoid eventual stoppage. If you have an issue with stoppage somewhere else, consult a physician instead.
Priority merger. So not a priority splitter. Priority low. Fancy lights. You know what? This might actually be useful right now. So this part of the home base is still being built, but over here I have 12 assemblers making rotors. This altogether takes 1,200 screws a minute. And that's being fed by 3 400 lines of screws a minute. Which is, because it's 3 lines, it's being merged and split 4 ways. But there's a couple of mergers here this one, and this one. So this line here is being fed by two directions, but this line here is only being fed by one direction, as is this one. So if I put a priority merger here, and then what I can do is the side here, I want... Which side is this? This side. So if I say that has low priority... No, I've done the wrong way around, haven't I? This side wants low priority, this side wants high priority. Is that how that works? So we'll take this side in first, and then this side in last. Right? In theory? So that way it takes less screws to fill up this side, and then more screws will go up the one line here. Is that correct? Is that how that works? I have no idea if that's how that works. I'm going to assume that's how that works until I am corrected. Can I climb the tower? I see ladders. Oh. Oh. I like it when things have interactivity. Wah! God bless jetpacks. Aha! I'm on top of the world. Distraction over. Going to sort out the circuit boards. My god, hello. So we have a new hard drive option. We have a new way to make iron, which uses copper ore. Doesn't quite double it. I'm unsure about using the copper. I don't know what I need copper for in the future. At the moment it's just a lot of wire and cables, but it might be useful on the next tier, so I'm loath to use lots of copper to make iron. This one, however, looks interesting. Again, it's used in a manufacturer. Do I need versatile framework? I don't think I do I? Yeah, we don't need the versatile framework because we left it going once we changed over to phase 3. So it just filled in automatically. Is this one that I rescan? I think I will. Again, that decision might bite me in the butt later on, but I'm going to rescan it. Oh. Got a package thing that does not take plastic. And 6 copper ore makes 15 copper with just water. I like both of these, but I think the copper ingot might be more useful because it's like the start of a production chain. So if I have more resources at the start of a production chain, I can make the later items that cost more resources more frequently. This seems useful. That's a lot of refineries though, isn't it? I have to go from smelters to refineries just to get copper ingots. Methinks I need more power. So I've placed in a bunch of block signals. I didn't need the path signals in the end. And I've put in a second train and a second train station, both here and at the power tower. And we're now transporting... Over here. Circuit boards. Again, the circuit boards and the computers are being made fairly slowly here. Away they go. Because ultimately we're going to be making about 2 adaptive control units a minute. Slow production, but that's how much we're going for. So here is the adaptive control units. We're now bringing in the computers and the circuit boards, and we've been making the heavy modular frames. All we need to do now is go back to phase 2 production and build the automated wiring. Automated wiring being stators and cable. Now the upgrades to the home base to produce all this is happening in the background. I haven't quite got around to the copper yet, but everything else is functional. So this building here was building the phase 2 project parts. I haven't upgraded that yet. This building here is what I'm going to be doing next. And that's all the copper stuff. And I've slowly been doing everything else. This bit here is for the copper and the caterium. Got enough production here for 600 copper ingots and 600 caterium ingots, which will do us quite nicely for a while. So I've built 42 foundries for the iron production. No particular reason other than 42 fit in the building, so that's how many I built. And then I planned out from there. So it takes 1,050 iron ore and 1,680 limestone. We're short on limestone currently, a little bit, by I think like 400 or so, but I will belt in one more limestone node from somewhere, and we'll be fine. That goes into 42 refineries, producing 2,100 iron ingots. And then we split the iron ingots, got 31 constructors making 611 iron plates, and then 1,183 iron ingots going into 79 constructors to produce 1,183 iron rods. They're very odd numbers, I assume mainly because I'm using 42 refineries here, but there's a lot of decimal points. There are a lot of decimal points here. I've just rounded them up. So we are splitting 611 iron rods into 62 constructors to make 2,444 screws, which is a lot of screws. We are taking some more of the iron rods and then half the screws into 12 assemblers to make 48 rotors. And then we're taking the 611 iron plates, the other half of the screws into 21 assemblers to make... That is supposed to say 101. Confirm. I have no idea why the number 101 is censored. Is there history for the number that I am unaware of? Fair enough. I've lost myself. I'm so distracted by this. Okay, well, yeah, 101 reinforced iron plates. And then we are taking the remaining iron rods. We're taking 81 reinforced iron plates. We're taking that into 28 assemblers to make 54 frames a minute. And the remaining 20 reinforced iron plate will go into something. What's it going into? It's going into smart plating. We need smart plating for the other phase 3 project parts, the supermotor. What the hell is that called? I forget what that's called. I should have had more science. Modular engine. It requires smart plating. So yes, we're going to be doing that soon as well. So yes, here is the foundries making the iron ingots. All of the iron ingots are going into the next building. Look at this mess of stuff I have to clear up between episodes. 6 belts of stuff. They're going where? Into all of these splitters. They're going up here into this building. Ha ha! A lot of these are just for rods. I think all of the constructors up to here. So all of these constructors make rods. These are making... Whoa. These are making the iron plates. Then we're taking the rods upstairs. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Machines and factories are slowly getting bigger. Yeah, we haven't quite got enough to make stuff yet because we're missing some limestone at the start. So, I can do that, that's fine. These are all for screws. The 2,444 of them. Requires 6 belts of them. Then they're all being belted over here in this mess of shit. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. We have the assemblers making reinforced iron plate. We have the assemblers making the rotors. I've broken a power line somewhere. That's interesting. And then we have the assemblers over here making the modular frames. Aha! Yes, we've also been redoing the copper here. The 600 copper ingots and then 600 caterium. And then between episodes I will do the copper wire, the cable, the copper sheet, which is up on the roof here. Haha! And then I will also move and do stators and motors. Because we've got motors here, and there are stators in this building. And then next episode we can think about doing the Phase 3 project parts. Putting all those bits together and then slowly feed them into the space elevator. I also got one of the truck stations in. I'm unsure about the placement, but there's one right here for the time being. Where's the truck right now? Over there. We'll be here in a moment. Shockingly, it's fine under all the conveyor belts. I think I need to rethink the fuel station itself. Because while the truck delivering the cargo of packaged turbo fuel is docked and unloading, it is going to be blocking the way for other trucks and tractors to drive through and refuel. And they'll end up crashing into each other, and that might mess things up. So what I could do is if I take all of this back to the blueprint machine, say this is the original truck stop, have that there, but then have a second one facing the other direction, like this, so that the truck delivering the cargo drives in and offloads here, but then everything that needs to refuel can just have a clear run and drive through here. Or something similar. So my limestone issue that I have, I can easily pull from some limestone that is still available to me. Thanks to this radio tower, I know where some are. So between now and next episode, I will build up the machines at the home base and get those all plugged back in again. Bring in some more limestone so we have it all in maximum production. So that next episode we can tackle building the Phase 3 project parts and filtering those into the space elevator. And hopefully pretty soon we'll be done with Phase 3. I have a feeling that Phase 4 might take months. The training wheels are finally coming off after like 150 hours. It's hilarious because I've only just got trains. Hopefully there's enough in this episode to warrant what you've seen. I've had a bit of downtime over the Christmas period after the last 2 episodes. But I have enjoyed messing with the trains and the tracks. Yes. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I shall see you next time. Take care of yourselves, folks. Cheerio. Out of idle curiosity, can they actually collide with one another? Ah, yes. Yes, they can.